Russian opposition leader Navalny faces early verdict. One of Russia's best-known opposition leaders, Alexei Navalny, will face sentencing on Tuesday, 2 weeks earlier than originally planned. The surprise move came after his supporters had announced plans for a big protest rally on January 15, when the verdict and sentence had been due. Navalny, who is under house arrest, blames President Vladimir Putin for widespread corruption. His brother Oleg is also on trial. Both are accused of defrauding 2 firms. Prosecutors are demanding 10 years in jail for him and 8 years for his brother. The brothers deny the charge that they stole 30 rubles, £338,500, $526,000, from the firms, one of which is an affiliate of French cosmetics giant Yves Rocher. Line analysis by Steven Rosenberg. Moscow correspondent Alexei Navalny being arrested. February 24, 14. Alexei Navalny has taken his anti-Putin campaign to the streets of Moscow. Alexei Navalny is the opposition figure the Kremlin fears most. A charismatic anti-corruption campaigner turned political activist and a vocal critic of Vladimir Putin. He was one of the leaders of the anti-government street protests that engulfed the Russian capital 3 years ago. The case against him is widely seen as politically motivated. He is on trial for fraud and money laundering, charges he has described as ludicrous and as lies. And because his brother is on trial too, he has accused the authorities of trying to take his family hostage to get at him. The verdict was to have been announced on January 15, but in a move that defense lawyers claim is unprecedented, it has been brought forward at short notice. That appears to be an attempt to forestall street protests. Tens of thousands of people had pledged to attend a rally in support of the brothers in January. The new court date comes on the eve of New Year, Russia's biggest holiday, which for most people lasts more than a week. Alexei Navalny led mass protests against Mr. Putin in 2011. He has faced a string of criminal charges, which he says are fabricated to neutralize his political influence. His house arrest resulted from a 5-year suspended sentence he received for the alleged theft of 16 rubles from a timber firm in 2009. Social media organizer. In a tweet on Monday, he announced sentence tomorrow at 9 in the morning 6 o'clock GMT. And in a statement on his blog, he said ironically, "It turns out that for good people exceptions can always be made." He was responding to supporters' astonishment that the date of sentencing had been brought forward. A spokeswoman for Moscow's Zamoskvoredsky court, Yulia Petrova, said later that the sentence will be pronounced for the Navalnys on December 30 because the sentence has already been drawn up. The reading of the verdict and sentence is likely to last several hours. In 2013, Alexei Navalny came second in Moscow's mayoral election, supported by 27% of voters. Shunned by Russia's main state-owned media, he has mobilized thousands of supporters on social media. His supporters have now brought forward their rally to 1900 hours, 1600 hours o'clock GMT, on Tuesday. They plan to hold it in Moscow's Maine Square, near the Kremlin, an announcement on Facebook said. The Facebook page announcing their previous plan to protest en masse on January 15 was blocked, at the request of prosecutors.